Okay, this pure virtual function we will discuss in the next topic. That is, next topic is pure virtual function or polymorphism also is covered by this. Polymorphism and pure virtual function both are covered by this. Pure virtual function we have seen what it is. So how it is used? Suppose class. So we have seen already previous class, that is okay, we'll give a new class now. Now I say I will create a new class, say class animal. Class animal. Now an animal has a lot of things, but we are interested not in all those things, whatever is common, we focus on what is different. So this will have a public function. Let us not bother about any data members and all that. We will focus on just one function, that is a cry function, animal cry. Cry means what? A dog barks, lion roars. That is what I mean by cry. So void cry and virtual. So we have a virtual function here. Virtual void cry. Virtual void cry is equal to 0. This is a pure virtual function in an animal class. So I have an animal class here which has just one pure virtual function cry, which is supposed to represent the animal's cry. And this is an abstract class, we cannot create an object of this. So my idea is to create real animals from this. This is generic animal. I want to create real animals from this. So how do I do that? First animal I am going to create is class dog, double colon, single colon, public animal. Dog derived from animal. And animal has only one pure virtual function. I am going to override that. So that means I am going to give body to that cry function. So I am overriding here in the dog. Void cry. So what will it do? Dog bark. So cout bark. This is the all the dog class. I am not interested in anything else. I want only this function, that's all. So I have given body to the cry function of the dog class. It has derived from animal and overridden the pure virtual function of the animal. Similarly, I can have a lion. Lion derived from again animal and its own version of cry. What will lion do? Roar. Cout roar. This is the lion class. So dog class has overridden cry function, pure virtual function of the animal class with bark, and lion class has overridden the animal class cry function with roar. So this is the purpose of the object, the abstract class. These two classes are derived from abstract class and overridden the pure virtual function of abstract class. Now how do you use these two? Let's go to main function. Let's create objects of dog and lion. So dog D. Then call D dot cry till display bark. This is the dog's cry. Similarly, lion L dot cry. It will display roar. Now let us do polymorphism. That is, I will create an object of the animal class now. Animal, the parent of both of these two is animal. So animal star P. I created animal pointer. And I will assign dog object to the animal pointer, address of D. Now animal pointer, that is base class pointer, is pointing to dog object now. Now P arrow cry. P arrow cry. Now this will invoke dog cry, so it will display bark. Now same pointer I am giving line object, again call cry. This is line cry, so it will display roar. So this is base class pointer pointing to derived class objects, and whichever derived class object point, it calls that particular function. This is what is called polymorphism. That is, you can see here P cry, exactly same statement, P cry, but output is different. So same function behaving differently under different context, that is called polymorphism. So this behavior, same function behaving differently in different context, is called polymorphism. And for this we use this base class pointer pointing to derived class, all this stuff we will use. So what are the things we used? We used an abstract class. So what is the need of abstract class actually? Suppose the animal cry function is not pure virtual. Suppose it is not pure virtual. Okay, let's assume that suppose it is pure virtual only. We know the animal class cry function is pure virtual function. And okay, let's go to dog class. Class dog derived from animal. In this, I am going to override cry function. Suppose I want override cry function, and I will simply create one more function, some void f something, some function I created, and close the class. That is, I derived from animal, but I wrote only some function f. I didn't bother about the pure virtual function, that is cry. Even if I don't bother about it, that is inherited into this. So that is present inside this. So you have virtual function cry whose body is 0. That is already inherited into this. Now if I don't override this cry function in this dog class, that is in the derived class, that means I am going to have a pure virtual function in this class also. In that case, even dog class becomes abstract class, as the pure virtual function cry is derived from the parent class animal class. It is now inherited into this. Now dog also became an abstract class. So I cannot create an object of this in main dog D, not allowed, because dog became abstract class. It has not overridden the pure virtual function. So to create an object of dog class, I must override this pure virtual function. So void cry, right, give some body to this, right, whatever you want. So I have written see out, bark, see out, bark. So like this, the dog class has to override the pure virtual function of the animal class, that is parent class. Then this is not an abstract class. We can create object. That means what is the purpose of pure virtual function? To ensure that the derived class overrides the specific function. So the purpose of a pure virtual function is to make sure that the derived classes override that function. If the function is just virtual, not pure virtual, just virtual means the function will have a body. Body is not equal to 0. Body is equal to 0, it is pure virtual. Body is not equal to 0, just declared virtual but has some body, animal class, cry. Then it is purely just virtual. Then the derived class may or may not override this. There is no compulsion. But if this function is pure virtual, then the derived class has to override that, must override that. Otherwise, this cannot create an object of it. So the purpose of pure virtual function is to make sure that the derived class overrides it. So pure virtual function purpose is to ensure that derived classes override pure virtual function. That is the only thing. So when you want some base class and you want multiple derived classes to derive from that, then and we want a particular function to be overridden by all the derived classes. We want to ensure that then that particular function we make it pure virtual function in the base class. So this is how polymorphism is achieved. For example, there is a car class, generic car class. We have Maruti, Honda, Hyundai, whatever. And we want some features to be present in all the class, all these cars. For example, brakes, horn, engine, what? Okay. Suppose some function horn or a brake, some functions are there. They have to be present. So all these brake, horn, such essential things, they are made pure virtual functions in the base class. Then derive Maruti, Honda, whatever we want from the base car class. Then all these cars have to override this car, brakes, etc. They have to implement that because they are must. Every car should have a brake and a horn and all that to make sure that every car that derives, that is even Maruti should have that, Hyundai should have that, Honda should have, to ensure that all those things have it. We will make all these functions like horn, brake and all pure virtual functions in the base class, that is car class. This is one example of polymorphism.